Okay, so YouTube, this is a review of Trenched, the new arcade game, or relatively new arcade game for Xbox Live. You can play it on Xbox 360. So let's load it up. It's just me playing with two of my buddies. This is just a review of, I believe this is level 2 or 3 of the co-op. The co-op is the same as the single player campaign, it's just you can play it with up to 4 people all together. Okay, so what we gotta do here is defend 2 refinery plants. How we're gonna do that is obviously with our attached weapons on our mechs, and we have the ability to place down defense turrets. So my buddy Scorch Psycho is up ahead. He's already shooting at the tubes, which is, by the way, the name of the enemy in this game. See those things he's collecting? That's scrap. You use that to build turrets and upgrade them. And my buddy decided to shoot me. Doesn't do any damage, so don't have to worry about friendly fire. Actually, yeah, it did do a little bit of damage. Bastard. Okay, anyway. So we got more of these tubes coming in, and they'll vary in what kind come and assault you. Certain ones will do different things. For instance, those ones that just attacked are the standard tubes. They don't shoot back. They just charge at you in melee. Okay, so we're waiting for the next wave to start. That's how this game works. It works in waves. Okay, now this guy's just gonna babble on about something and basically spawn more or different units of the tube. Now these guys do fire. Yeah, these guys are turret killers, so these guys are going to be able to kill our turrets. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here and actually I'll come back down. I want to stay close to my buddies. That's what you want to do in this game, is try to stay relatively close to each other. That way nobody gets overwhelmed. A little bit of a lag spike there. That way nobody gets overwhelmed. As you just saw that little lag spike back there, that rarely happens. It's just sometimes the frame rate drops real quickly and comes right back. So nothing to knock points off of the game for. Graphics, obviously very nice looking. The customization in the game is superb. I mean, you get to sit there, add weapons to it. You can mess with the camo. See that lovely hat my driver's wearing? I've customized that. So there's a lot of customization, which definitely is a plus. The gameplay overall is very fun. You know, you're just gonna sit here and you're gonna gun down these tubes with your buddies. So it's a very fun co-op game, very fun single player game if you don't have friends or want to play with people, if you like hate people. But anyway, it's a very fun game, single player or co-op. Of course, co-op adds a whole new experience to it, makes it a lot more fun, adds in that teamwork aspect, which is always fun in my opinion. Okay, now these things that just popped up, these are worms. They shoot a gas out that blinds us like a smoke screen. We cannot see. And while that's up, we can still be attacked by the tubes, which see us having a little bit of trouble seeing them and panicking a little bit because, you know, some last minute strategizing and trying to find these tubes and knock them out. So we've completed that wave. Now we're just gonna stock up on our scrap and hopefully build some more defenses, because they'll give you a few seconds in between each wave. I'm not exactly sure the amount of time they give you, but it's enough. So now it looks like the next wave has started, so we're gonna start fighting them off. As you can see though, very smooth for the most part. Hardly any frame rate issues. That was a quick wave. So what I'm gonna do now is place a turret down. Okay, place a shotgun turret. So that should now you can upgrade your turrets once you place them down. It will require a certain amount of scrap, and you can upgrade them. Now this is a big Willy. That's a boss unit. And see, he just stomped right over my turret. Didn't even phase him. See that little question mark box? That's a loot box. Once you retrieve that, you get loot. And loot consists of a lot of things. It mostly will be weapons, different attachments for your mech, you know. So they're very good. Make sure you pick them up. It's a lot of fun. Loot's completely random, so you could get a number of items in that loot box, and you never really know what you're gonna get. And I'm not quoting Forrest Gump. Anyway, so now, you know, there's not that much downtime. So I mean, this little bit of time that we're walking around is really the only time we have in between fights. So let's see. Okay, we got these guys up here. I'm not sure the exact name of them, but I call them scorpions because it looks like they have scorpion tails. And basically they shoot little lasers out, or little missile laser things. And we can fairly easily kill them, but without any real problem. You can see my health is not really damaged at all. And there's Terminator sucking in the scrap like a vacuum. Okay, so I'm just gonna follow behind him, and it looks like my friend Scorched Psycho is shooting at somebody. Okay, so the next wave is started. And those things. Yeah, that was a little awkward. Okay, so we want to kill them as quickly as possible, because like I said, you can't see shiz. Shiz. Yeah, that's right, I said shiz. I edited it myself. Okay, those guys, they basically suicide bomb you. They're the Durkas of this game. They have no problem with blowing themselves up to do massive amounts of damage to your mech and whatever else is around you. So you don't want to kill them up close. You want to kill them from a distance, and you want to kill them quickly. Also, I've noticed, I'm not sure if anybody wants to correct me, go ahead and leave a comment, but I believe that when you kill them, they do damage to surrounding friendly units of theirs. So try to kill them when they're next to all their alien tube buddy things, whatever they are. So once again, these scorpion guys, fairly easy to kill, no real threat. They do drop quite a bit of scrap, so you want to kill them pretty quick before anything else comes, and collect the scrap. So that wave's complete. Yay! Okay. So now that celebrating is over, bastard shot me again. We're gonna have to have a talk with him. Okay. So dropping down a few more turrets. Turrets are very important in this game. It's not, I really don't want to call it a tower defense game, although it kind of is. It's definitely unique in that aspect. I mean, because you're sitting here in a mech and you're fighting along with the turrets. So it's not like a solely turret defense game where you're just placing turrets and they're doing all the work. You fight right alongside your turrets. So I think that is very fun, and they did it very well. But I really do, I had already mentioned it, but I really do love the graphics of this game. For a $15 arcade game equivalent of 1,200 Microsoft points, this game is totally worth the money. Without a doubt in my mind, this game is worth every penny. So if you don't have this game, they do have a demo up. Definitely highly recommend you try it. Okay? You have nothing to lose by downloading that demo, so definitely If you don't have it or haven't played it, download the demo on Xbox Live in the game marketplace arcade section. So these are a different kind of unit, and basically it looks like they just run at you, and then we got the scorpions behind them. Random loot box. Now the loot box can drop from anything. It can drop from the scorpion things. It can drop from any unit, but it's completely random. It doesn't just drop from the bosses. Okay, so we pick that up. Oh, and everybody in the group, or everybody that's playing, gets that loot. So it's not just me or whoever picks it up gets the loot. Everybody gets their share. Same goes for scrap. Whoever picks up the scrap, there can't be any scrap hogs. So no one person can hog all the scrap or hog all the rewards. It's all shared evenly. So that's a big plus for me, because that lowers the tension a little bit, especially when you're playing with your friends and even random people. You don't have to worry about that. So that's a big plus. Okay, so I just upgraded that turret, and as you can see, it does a little bit better when it's upgraded. So it's definitely worth upgrading your turrets. Okay. Suck in all the scrap. Right, wave completed. Okay, so this is one of the earlier levels in the game. My friend, you can see his mech is pimped out more than ours. We had just started playing the game, and he's been playing the game. He's much further in than we are, although he hasn't completed it. But he has told me that the difficulty does increase. He's actually stuck at a part right now that he can't beat alone. So it might look easy right now, but that's because we have his help, and his mech is very advanced and Poon's noobs. So that's why this game looks very easy right now. If it was just me and my friend Terminator, who happens to be my bonehead brother, we would not be doing this as easily. Also, the difficulty does scale with however many players you have. So if we have 2 players, it gets a little bit harder. 3 players gets a little bit harder, and so forth. So that's definitely a good thing that they scale the difficulty. So your mech will get pimped out eventually. You just have to play the game. Mine just looks pretty right now because of my camo. But anyway. Oh, and that little meter, I don't know if you can see, but it's the bottom right of the screen. That'll tell you this is the final wave. When it gets to the far right and gets in that little red zone, that means that it's your final wave. And then you can track that. They basically track everything. So it's a very good thing. Bottom bar is my health. And the 2 top ones are our base. We have 2 bases that we're defending. Okay, so wow, we got 2 big willies, 2 big bosses coming at us at once. As you can see, there's a little bit of frame rate drop, just a little bit, but nothing that really causes a problem or is even really that noticeable. Okay, so we killed them, get the loot, and you can see it's a big rain down of scrap when you kill one of those. So they might be really tough to kill, but once you kill them, it's totally worth it. Now these guys are shooting at our base. We want to take them out before they do any real damage. Pretty easy to do with both of us shooting at them. Alright, so I think it's basically the wave is completed. This basically concludes my little review of this game. Like I said, you can download it on the Xbox Live Marketplace. If you don't have it or haven't tried it, definitely download the demo. It's definitely worth checking out.